Okay, 1 year later, and we're finally going to get off and get on this trip to our Northwest adventure. It was supposed to happen last year, but Mary had to have a shoulder replacement, and so the plans there kind of got kiboshed. So now here we are, 1 year later, same time, but we're getting ready to go out to the Northwest, see the mountains, see the Yellowstone, see some places out there that we wanted to last year, and finally, the day has come. Got a long travel day, not looking for the travel, but looking to get out of here. You?
Yep.
Sad thing about it though is we're going to be one occupant short. This spring we went out on a trip, and of course we got Fritzy McGee here, and we had Oscar Wilde, but Oscar died on us. But I was able to make a little label here so that we can remember him. And so he'll be able to travel with us anyway, just be in our memories. And we're ready to get out here and get going and get on this trip. And what?
So, what are we going to do? We're going to...
Well, now we can...
Yeah, say it.
Huh?
Say it.
So now we're getting ready to take off. And like always, it's time to get out
and get going. Hi, we're Dan and Mary Buckley, here with our two dogs, Fritz and Oscar. We just retired, bought a camper, and now we're on a great adventure to see our wonderful country.
Well, we've been on the road for about 3.5 hours now. Looks like it's time to maybe take a break. A little place up here I know of. I think we'll stop and stretch our legs and maybe make a little bite to eat.
Oh, and, I really hate to stop here.
Yeah. While we're there, we're going to be looking for Wisconsin's finest.
Yep.
So we'll let you know what happens after we get done and see if we can find something. Well, we got us a couple quick sandwiches. We didn't find Wisconsin's finest yet. We got a couple more places to look at, but it's starting to look a little bleak right now in availability of Wisconsin's finest cheese curds.
Yeah.
Can anybody say cheese curds?
Cheese curds.
Yeah. So I think we're both pretty much exhausted. It's been an 8-hour driving day, and I think we've about had it.
Yes, we have. We just had bad news too. You know, last year we went to see the Grand Canyon in the North Rim, the lodge, cabins and whatnot, and it's all been destroyed by fire. And it's kind of sad, you know, history just being wiped out like that. So I'm glad that we saw it.
So if you're like us at the end of a long day like today, we don't feel like doing anything. We just want to get in here, relax, don't want to be cooking, dealing with everything. So what I did last year, I got this what's called a rock pot, and on the bottom of this thing there's a rock, and you heat it up on a stove, get it nice and hot, and you put this pan in here, and what we'll do is we'll make roasts. Like right here we got a roast, and down in the bottom of this there's a big hunk of meat, and of course you got carrots and celery, onions, potatoes, and all the goodies in there. And then we let it we just put it in the car, and it cooks all day long. That rock stays hot.
This is what the rock.
Of course there's the rock, if you want to see that. Murray wants to make sure you see that. But at the end of the day, it's all cooked. All we got to do is open her up, and it's feast time. And that's what we're going to do right now. After a long, hard day of me driving, Mary reading and sleeping, yeah, we're going to have something to eat. Okay?
I bang my head against
long, hard day, it's always nice to relax in front of an open campfire. So we're about ready to head out here. We're in Wisconsin, a place called Highland Ridge. Pretty nice little campground, small COE campground, but very, very quiet and very shady, which is kind of nice in the heat. We're getting ready to make tracks. So we're in North Dakota. Spent the night at a little campground called Hankinson Hills. It's in the middle of the Cheyenne National Grassland. A little bit out of the way, at least for where we were heading to. This was a little bit out of the way, but kind of wanted to come by here just to experience and take a look at the National Grasslands. Just say I've been here. Depending on which way you're heading through, it could be a little bit out of the way, but it's a very quiet campground. First come, first serve. 15 sites, I think it is, all together. And only paid $5. Not too bad for one night. But the big change, we went from 90+ degree weather to 50 this morning. Had to shed the shorts, put on the pants. I'm going to give you a little bit of view of the campground and the surrounding area. It's a gorgeous place. Rolling hills, trees. I'm going to try to get the drone up, see if I can get some aerial pictures here. It's a little windy. Of course, that front coming through here kind of cooled things off, but we'll see if we can't get it up and get a few pictures so you can see. They got a couple new ones to put on. Steady hands, maybe. Minnesota, and where we're at right now is North Dakota. Just inside it, but it counts.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. So we are making this long trek across North Dakota. Beautiful country, but
Very flat.
flat, pretty sparse as far as people go. Place I'd like to live. But we're going across North Dakota, heading out west. We're getting ready to stop up here a little ways to see the world's, what they say, the world's largest buffalo statue. He is a big one. Here's the main attraction. The biggest buffalo statue. Hey, everybody. Hello. Okay. But take a look at a map. You can see we're We're right there. Okay, we were about here about 45 minutes ago. Now we're here, and we got to go all the way here. There's no way around.
Back up.
And we're not moving. We're not moving at all. And even the cattle are starting to get restless. we got us a trailer here, and I think it's got about 4 cows in there. And for about the past 10-15 minutes, man, they've been rocking this trailer back and forth,
jumping up and down.
I think they're getting restless too. But you can see we're in a dead stop.
And now they're jumping. Look.
Yeah, there they go. Now they're moving around, and they get going. They get going pretty good. It's at least it's a little bit of entertainment while we're sitting here, dwelling in this.
That's true.
I don't know what you call it. This is rough. Well, we finally made it here at Sweet Briar Recreation Area. This is in North Dakota. Boy, what a traffic jam we was in Bismarck. 2 hours trying to get through that city. Just nothing but a big parking lot. It was made for a long day. Made for a very exhausting day. Just sitting in that traffic, stop and go for 2 hours. Miserable. But we were well rewarded with our site. We come here, and of course there's a lot of sites here. They're all along the lake. But we was able to get this one. Nice little site right up against the lake. Nobody's here. Nobody's even close to us. You can see the camper over there. That's the closest neighbor we got. Of course, there's some across the lake over there, but there's nothing next to us or around us. Well, we're here at a place called Scoria Pit. It's just outside of town, Medora, heading off that way. It's where the town's at. We took the drive through Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Got to see quite a bit of wildlife. See quite a few buffalo, some wild horses, prairie dogs especially, lots of them. But sit back and take a look as we show you some pictures of what we saw. Okay, so we're gonna try something new here. Never done this before. Mary got her beginner's haircut license or certification this morning on YouTube, and so we're gonna try a haircut. Okay, the first phase is done. How's it look? I'll wait until the end.
Okay, now's the big part.
Yeah, here comes the real challenge.
I think I got most of them.
Okay, we're all done. Let me get a little bit closer here. It don't look too bad for a beginner, first time. You know, I mean, she just got her certification this morning on YouTube, and so she got a little bit short, but the important thing, even if it's short, as long as it's all uniform, we're good to go, and I think we're good to go today. I just saved myself $25. Well, today's been a lazy day, not a whole lot going on. Kind of a break, get some rest, and getting ready to sit down to eat some food, get a chance to cook it. And we're not traveling. And I got some red snapper, some Brussels sprouts with onions, and a little bit of rice. And it looks good, and I'm hungry. About time to get out of here. We've been here a couple of days. It's a beautiful area. Kind of wish I'd have stayed about a couple more days. I did have on the schedule to stay here, I think 3 or 4 days originally, but had to shorten it up a little bit. Wish we would have been able to stay a little bit longer, but we got to get going. Got to get out to the glacier. We only got a couple more days to get out there. So we're going to head on out. Looks like we're going to head up a little bit to a storm. That's the way we're going to get out of here. And I think we're going to get a little bit wet on our way out. But it's not supposed to be that much. Most of it's a little bit further north. Yeah. And it's Montana. There we go. It's getting more and more color to it. Right on the lake, nice and breezy. Place is full. We were so lucky. It's not luck.
At the very last spot.
The Lord saved us a spot is what happened. So, but that's what we prayed for, and we got an answer to it. So we're getting ready to take off. We finally made it here to Montana. Right now we are at a place called Roundhouse Point. It's like a recreation area. A lot of people with boats here. It's kind of what they do. But this is the headwaters of the Missouri River. This is where it all starts. That's where it all begins. Beautiful little lake, and we kind of enjoyed it. Yesterday a little bit stormy. Today it's calmed down, clear skies. Looks like we're going to have a good day of travel. Okay, so we made it here to a place called Sanford Park. This is a Bureau of Reclamation area. It's like a recreation area. It's all small, first come, first serve area. It's south of Chester is where this is at, a little bit south of Chester.
What state?
Well, it's Montana.
Well, they may not know that.
Montana. If I'd have done my research right, we may not have come here as the first priority. Because when we got down south of Chester, taking the road, GPS says, okay, take a right turn. And took a right turn. It was a gravel road in the middle of nowhere. Actually, it was a little scary because the gravel road actually went out in the middle of nowhere. I had no idea. So 6 miles of gravel road, washboarded gravel road, dusty, semis going up and down it. We finally get here. Okay, it took quite a while.
Thankfully, the dump truck slowed down.
Yeah, definitely.
So they didn't
That's
hit us with rocks.
Yeah, quickest way to bust a windshield. View from our campsite. Little river going down. There's hardly anybody here. There's only like 5 other campers. It's a pretty empty spot. But the river starts up there. There's a dam up ahead. And so that's where it starts, and there's just a nice flowing river. It comes down here. Got some people here. Most people here for boating and some fishing. But the campsite, as you can see, it's empty. This is what happens when a long, dusty gravel road gets wet. We paint the trailer for a while, get a little color on it. Okay, I think this is going to be a wrap for this week. We've been out for a week now. It'll probably be like episode 1 this past week. And so seems like it's been a long week, but a short week. And we've stayed in a lot of really pretty cool places. I've only been out here a week, and there's some, I think I'd have much rather taken about 2 to 3 weeks to get out here, at least.
Some of the campgrounds were really nice.
Some of the places we were at, easy, could have stayed there more time, you know. Like where we're at right now, we'll talk about it here in a minute. We could stay here at least 5 days. This is a gorgeous place, quiet and out of the way. But our first stop was the Highland Ridge in Wisconsin. Of course, we like free camping, but that was a COE campground, and there's not a whole lot of free camping along the route going out of Wisconsin, but got a good site there a couple of days after a long, grueling 8-hour drive. Needed the rest, and so it was got a nice spot there. We were satisfied. The next place we went to North Dakota, out there at Hankinson Hills. There was a small little bitty campground out in the middle of nowhere, a little bit out of the way. We had to pay a whole $5 there to camp.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. The next one was the Sweetbriar campground. Now, I could have stayed there at least a week. That was the most beautiful campground. It wasn't a campground. Let's not put it. It was a dispersed area with designated sites. Then we moved on down. The next place we got to Scoria Pit. Of course, I could have spent a week there too.
That's the one on top of the mountain, right?
Yes, top of that hill, and on the far there at the Theodore
Roosevelt National Park
area, right there on the outskirts. Very popular, very heavily used area, but people are well spaced, and that's good. You know,
especially on the weekends, you could start seeing more people pulling in trying to find spots. But
yeah.
The Theodore Roosevelt Park, you know, you drive through that, and it's really kind of interesting. We saw wild horses that were right next to the road, and buffalo right next to the road, and they had prairie dogs everywhere. So it was kind of cool to see all those kind of things.
Yeah. Of course, the next one, Roundhouse Point.
We thank the Lord for this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that place. I mean, it was a good place for a night, and that's what it was. It was a one-nighter, pulled-in park, and we were out. Heavily used area. Boaters, fishers.
Mostly fishermen.
Yeah, the place was packed. We landed up here, Sanford Park. Now, I didn't realize it to get out here. This was out a little bit, and I turned down this road, a gravel road, and 7 miles of dusty, washboarded dirt road.
Gravel.
Getting out here.
But
I was a little concerned about coming out here, where this was going to lead us.
Yeah.
But we got here, and man, this is a fabulous. If you ever get a chance to come out here, this is a fabulous place to be. All free, and hardly anybody here.
Right on the river.
Yeah, right on the river.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see anybody here, so it wasn't very private. But this is going to wrap this one up because we're getting ready to head out to our first really big place that we want to be to. We'll let you know later, and you probably already know by previous
comments.
comments. Yeah, but we're going to wrap this one up, and you know, if you ever want to have adventures like that, you know what you got to do? You just got to get out
and get going.